I never thought a coffee shop could feel like a part of my daily routine and my heart at the same time. But every morning, without fail, I found myself at Cedar Brew, waiting in the same line, her line. She was the girl at the counter. The one who always had a messy bun, sleeves rolled up, and a smile that looked like it came from somewhere real, not from customer service training. I never caught her name from the little tag pinned to her apron because, honestly, I never dared to look long enough. But I noticed the way she remembered everyone's order, even the complicated ones. I noticed how she'd hum softly between customers. And most of all, I noticed how she made an ordinary morning feel like something worth waking up for. So yeah, I liked her. But I wasn't smooth or brave enough to say anything. Instead, I'd always wait in her line, even when the other line was shorter. One morning, as I stood behind 3 people, I caught her glancing at me between orders. Just a quick glance, but it was enough to send a quiet rush through my chest. When my turn finally came, she smiled in that familiar, easy way. "Hey," she said, "you always wait for my line, don't you?" I froze. Caught. A part of me wanted to play it off, say something funny or casual. But her tone wasn't teasing. It was soft. Curious. I managed a nervous laugh. "Guess I do. You make good coffee." She raised an eyebrow. So do my coworkers." I shrugged, pretending to study the menu I'd memorized months ago. "Yeah, but they don't put as much heart into it." That made her laugh, a small, genuine sound that lingered longer than it should have. She slid the cup toward me, the marker on the lid a little smudged but still clear. It didn't say latte, medium. It said, "For the guy who always waits." Days turned into weeks. We'd talk a little more each time. Tiny pieces of real conversation slipped between orders and foam art. She told me about her college classes, how she was saving up for a photography course. I told her I was a graphic designer who worked mostly from home and came here for inspiration. It felt easy, until one morning when her smile didn't reach her eyes. "You okay?" I asked quietly when it was my turn. She hesitated, glancing over her shoulder before saying, "My mom's been in the hospital. I'm just trying to keep it together." I didn't know what to say. So I didn't say much. I just left a small envelope on the counter before leaving, no name, no message. Just enough to help with groceries or gas. The next morning, she wasn't there. And for a moment, it felt like the warmth of that little cafe had vanished. A week later, I walked in expecting another barista. But there she was, tired eyes, hair pulled back, and that same soft smile that somehow made the room brighter. When I reached the counter, she didn't say a word. She just slid a cup toward me. This time, it read, "She's getting better. Thank you." My throat tightened. I looked up, and for tea. The first time, I didn't see just the girl at the counter. I saw someone fighting through life, quietly, bravely, one cup of coffee at a time. Months passed. She finally told me her name, Lena. And one chilly December morning, I walked in with something different, a small envelope of my own. Inside was a printed flyer for a local photography showcase with a handwritten note. "You said you wanted to see the world through your lens. Start here." She looked at it, speechless. Then she looked at me. "I can't take this," she whispered. "Then don't," I said softly. "Just take the chance." 2 months later, I found myself standing at an art gallery downtown. The place buzzed with quiet conversation and soft lighting. And right there, mounted on the far wall, was a photo of a coffee cup. On the lid, written in marker, "For the guy who always waits." Below it, her signature, Lena Parker. She found me before I found the right words. "You came," she said, her voice a mix of surprise and warmth. "I always wait for your line," I said with a smile. She laughed, same as that first time, and something in that moment felt like the end of one story and the beginning of another. And maybe that's what kindness really is. Not grand gestures or perfect timing. Just two people showing up for each other, quietly, consistently, until one day, those small moments add up to something that feels a lot like love. Moral. Sometimes, the simplest acts, waiting for someone's line, listening, caring quietly, can change both your lives in ways you never expected.